Welcome to Cottonbyte. Today we're putting aside the hands-on creation work. Instead, I'll break down the logic of writing AI video prompts by using the video I made from the classic painting The Coronation of Napoleon as our real-world example. Writing prompts carefully but failing miserably? Typing just a few random words gives you a blockbuster, or the generated clips constantly melt and warp, or making a video is basically a gacha game where you rely on pure luck, burning through all your credits without a single usable clip. Some users left comments on my previous videos asking how to write prompts. Today, we're going to solve all these problems. I'll teach you everything without holding back, the complete method for making high-quality AI videos, letting you create professional AI videos even with zero experience. First, we need to understand a little bit of the simple technical magic behind AI video generation. This way, you'll know how to steadily produce high-quality AI videos for different needs and situations. It's actually quite different from what most people think. AI video models don't just create 30 pictures a second and stitch them together to play. AI-generated videos are actually made randomly and step by step. We can simply think of it like this, gradually sculpting a complete block of marble into a statue. When the model starts sculpting, your prompt is the direction of the chisel. But watch out, the more descriptions you stuff into the prompt, the more confused the chisel gets about where to go. It's like 10 people grabbing the AI's hand to carve at the same time, with every cut pulling in a different direction. In the end, you just get a weird mess. That's exactly why casually written prompts often work great, while carefully written ones fail terribly. It's also the scientific reason why everyone gets tortured by the gacha luck game when making AI videos. But this doesn't mean shorter prompts are always better. Let's take the prompt for this Kamen Rider transformation video as an example. Even though it's as long as a short essay, it didn't fail at all. Instead, it generated a super stable movie-level blockbuster on the very first try. Why is that? Because when we write things like face, clothing, action, 0 to 3 seconds in the prompt, it's like setting up anchor points for the AI. You can simply imagine the model as a super complicated math formula. Writing clothing is like giving the variable x an exact number, and writing action gives x2 a number. If you don't write it like this, the model has to play reading comprehension with a giant wall of text, hunting for the right settings. Of course, this is just a metaphor to make it easy to understand. Deep down in the real neural network, this is actually controlling the AI's attention. When you can control what the model pays attention to, two amazing things happen. First, it solves feature pollution. Feature pollution is when you write dark red belt in the prompt, and the AI mistakenly paints the sky dark red. Second, it achieves extreme focus. It lets the model pour all of its computing power into carving out the picture details perfectly, instead of having 10 people pulling the AI's hand in different directions. So, the core scientific method I want to share in this tutorial is this. For top-tier, high-quality AI videos, it's not a contest of who writes the longest prompt or who writes the shortest and punchiest one. It's about who can most accurately tell the model exactly what to pay attention to. I have to apologize here, because today I'm going to tell you the truth in this video. There is actually no magic one-size-fits-all template that works for every video. For example, forcing this Kamen Rider prompt template onto a coronation video is like using tank blueprints to build a bicycle. It simply won't work. AI is just like people. It can't handle every single detail perfectly in a limited time. It's like asking Midjourney to draw a robot. When it draws the hands perfectly, the other parts aren't as detailed. When it focuses on drawing the digital screens on the robot's body, it loses details everywhere else. What you really need to master isn't some fixed formula, but the ability to accurately guide the AI's attention, no matter what kind of scene you want to master. The AI's attention, you need to quickly set up 5 control dimensions in your head: the main subject and its physical movement, the environment and mood lighting, the camera lens and movement, the timeline and state changes, and the art style and basic render settings. Now, let's use a coronation-themed AI video as an example to show you how to use these 5 dimensions to build the perfect prompt for it. Imagine one day you see the painting, The Coronation of Napoleon, and suddenly feel it's not vivid enough. You think, if only I could travel back to the actual coronation and see it. Naturally, you'd think about feeding the painting into the big model and using AI to generate a video of the scene, but watch out for the first hidden landmine here, the starting quality of the image. Many people will just save a picture that gets blurry when zoomed in a bit and feed it straight to the AI to make a video, but if the original picture is blurry or noisy, the AI's eyes will mistake that blurriness as a special art style you want. It will then stubbornly lock onto this mistake in every single frame it generates. The smart move here is to search online for the clearest possible pictures or videos. If the material still isn't clear enough, you can use an image upscaling tool to boost the quality, turning a blurry picture into a high-definition remaster where you can even see the texture of Napoleon's clothes. Next, we use our 5 dimensions to build the prompt. By looking at the picture, you'll notice the main subject and its physical movement are already locked in: Napoleon holding up the crown, Josephine kneeling, the Pope sitting, and dozens of nobles and bishops in their places. Everyone's pose, position, and direction are frozen on the canvas. The AI can see this directly and doesn't need extra text. The environment and mood lighting are also locked in: the grand dome of Notre Dame, the dark green drapes, the warm mix of red and gold, and the classic oil painting light pouring in from the top left. All of this is already in the picture. The art style and basic render settings are shown through the oil painting brushstrokes, classical realism, and low-contrast warm colors. These are the picture's built-in art DNA, which the AI will copy automatically. So the timeline and state evolution are the key focus here. The coronation is a frozen moment in history, and what we need to do is make this scene come alive. There is no one transforming, no armor taking shape, no explosions happening in the picture. The scene itself is static, so we don't need any extra dynamic settings. All that's left is camera optics and movement, the only dimension a static image cannot provide. A still painting can never tell the model how the camera should move, so you must never follow a fixed mindset and blindly copy the long prompt template from Kamen Rider. The image already contains all the information for the first, partially, second, fourth, and fifth dimensions. If you add a bunch of descriptive prompts at this point, you're forcing the AI's text encoder to activate, making text features compete with the image's own features for attention weight. The AI will fall into chaotic internal conflict, and the beautiful details of the original painting will be ruined by the text. As a top creator in AI video generation, when you work with such a rich, beautiful base image, there is only one core rule: extreme restraint, learn to do less. So for the third dimension, we can use a simple but powerful move. Just write one sentence in the prompt. Complete a full 360 degrees rotation around the central axis, then slowly pull back to the starting position. Focus on the queen's slightly raised face, while the king places the crown from his hand onto her head. This is to fill in the missing physical movement information for the first dimension. Don't write a single extra adjective, just do one thing. Give the AI model a pure, straightforward camera movement command. At this moment, the AI's computing power is completely unleashed. It doesn't need to guess what the picture should look like at all. Instead, it puts 100% of its attention and brain power into perfectly calculating the 3D perspective of the original static picture based on this camera path. And then a miracle happens. The flat, lifeless oil painting instantly gets an incredibly real 3D depth and Hollywood-level camera movement. Actually, as the creator god of your AI videos, your core skill is never about memorizing templates or copying prompts. It's about taking any video idea, scanning it in your head using these 5 dimensions within 5 seconds, and instantly knowing which settings are already locked in by your materials and which are still blank. Then you only cut precisely into the blank dimensions. When you need to hold back, you don't write a single extra word. When you need to expand, you don't miss the physical state of a single frame. If you've watched up to here, congratulations, you have now truly stepped through the door of AI video generation.